You need to meditate. You need to be serious about taking the time to be still. It's literally one of the most life-changing things that you can do. So you know it, I know it. There's literally so much distraction in our world, from social media to all the news to family, friends. There's so much going on all the time that sometimes our brains can just feel overloaded with all of the information, all the things that we have to remember all the time. Because of this overwhelming need to always be on, sometimes we can neglect ourselves. And now when it comes to self-care, the self-care community, a lot of that looks like doing a skincare routine, having a nighttime routine, journaling. All of that again is great. Like, I definitely do all of that. I'm a firm believer in routines. But even when it comes to self-care, when we're trying to better ourselves and elevate ourselves, we can still tend to overload our minds with too much information. I don't know if you're anything like me, but I'm in a period of change and doing a new chapter in my life right now, and I'm learning a lot about manifestation. I've actually been studying it for years, but I'm continually learning about manifestation, about affirmations, about all this good stuff, even meditation. And that keeps me on YouTube, looking at videos, listening to podcasts, reading books. And knowledge is power. And the more you know, the more you're able to execute and live a better life. But when it comes to true self-care, you have to be comfortable with spending time with yourself. We can't keep infecting and filling our minds with other people's thoughts and other people's opinions and other people's way of doing things. Sometimes we have to take the time to really connect with ourselves, and the only way to truly do that is to sit down and to be still. Now, journaling, some people do say that you can meditate and journal at the same time. Great, cool, good for them. I don't necessarily believe in that. When you're journaling, you still kind of have your mind going. You're still thinking about what you want to write. You're still doing the action of writing. So your mind is still kind of in that space of not being still. And the whole point of meditating is to slow down your brain waves, to put yourself in the frequency of calm. And when you're writing, depending on what you're writing about and what you're journaling about, your mind's not necessarily in a state of calm. So I believe that you have to do the two separately. For me, I tend to journal in the morning, and then I tend to meditate during the day because that's when I need it most. That's another thing. We all know we're super busy, right? Like, there's so much going on all the time and we always have to be on. And I used to take the time to meditate at night. Doing it at night, I wasn't necessarily consistent because I would fall asleep, if I'm being honest. I would try to meditate, set my stuff up, and then I'd wake up 45 minutes later like, damn, I fell asleep. Let me turn off these candles. So for me, I think it's better to carve out time during the day when you actually may need the meditation more, opposed to when you just have the time to do it. I meditate during the day, like usually at lunchtime, because I can find that either I can get so steeped and deep into work that I don't take the time out to rest, or I can get a little bit anxious. I'm dealing with different people and different energies throughout the day. I can get anxious, and by lunchtime I'm like depleted. So I actually need to meditate during my lunch break so that I can, I don't know, just reconfigure and slow down my brain and slow down my thoughts and breathe and just get to a state of calm before tackling the next half of the day. So the best way to be consistent with your meditation is to dedicate time to it and carve out a time and stick to it. Another thing, meditation doesn't need to be half an hour long, 15 minutes long. It's literally just as much time as you can dedicate to it and then up it from there. Also, where you meditate can be important and how you do it. For me, depending on where I am, I usually will come in my car and meditate. If I'm out doing something during the day, it's come to my car. Maybe I'll drive to a park or somewhere that's a bit more calm and meditate there. I live kind of on the outskirts of London, so if I'm in central London and I need to just go somewhere to meditate, I will definitely go to a park and do that. Or I will sit in a lunchroom or wherever and kind of have headphones on, listening to some calming music and just meditate in that way. My eyes aren't necessarily closed, but my mind is gone. My mind is not here. So there are ways that you can kind of fit in meditations kind of during the day. Other than that, if you're at home, I would definitely say cultivate a space for yourself where you can go and meditate and you don't have to do too much. You just go, maybe light a candle, light some incense, whatever makes you feel good, and have that as your meditation space. You don't want to have a space where you meditate where you have to take out a bunch of things, because then it becomes like a chore. You just want to go somewhere where it's already done, set out for you, and all you got to do is go there and relax. So meditation is obviously a spiritual practice, but it has been backed by science, and it has been proven there are a lot of benefits to meditating. It lessens your stress. So stress raises our cortisol levels and it promotes hormone imbalance in us, and obviously over a long period of time this isn't healthy. Meditating on a regular basis can help lower those levels and lower your stress levels, because as I mentioned earlier, you are slowing down your brain waves, and when you slow down your brain waves and you practice deep breathing, then it helps your whole body to kind of just regulate your hormones, regulate your body temperature, regulate your energetic field, and put you in a less stressed state of mind. So the longer that you meditate, and the longer stretch of time that you meditate, your hormones will begin to level out, your body will begin to react in a positive way to the meditation and the lowering of your hormone imbalance, and naturally that's better for your health, mental and physical. Meditation can also increase your attention span. Now, I don't know about you, but since 2020 and the pandemic, my attention span is embarrassing, and I'm not even someone that's on TikTok all the time, and I know that has a huge effect on people's attention span these days, but my attention span is ridiculous. So meditating, obviously you're sitting there not doing anything, not talking to anyone for a few minutes. That naturally helps to increase your attention span, because your brain is focused on one thing for a longer period of time. And that alone, I think it's super important for all of us to meditate, because having a low attention span is not it. We're unable to have conversations with people, we're unable to take in valuable information because we can't concentrate. Like, this is ridiculous. So definitely consider meditation if you are kind of worried about your attention span almost being non-existent. There are some studies that says that meditation can help with kind of age-related memory loss. I won't talk too much about this because it is quite controversial. I put an article in the description below so you guys can read up more about that. But naturally, I think this also speaks to the hormonal regulation and the increased brain function that meditation gives. Meditation really helps with self-identity and building your self-identity and understanding yourself a lot better. A lot of people tend to use guided meditations when they're meditating, particularly when they're starting out. And I think that is all good because it can be positive in terms of helping you to remember to breathe deeply and keeping your mind focused on one thing, because naturally when we meditate, our mind goes all over the place. But for me, guided meditation, again, is putting somebody else's ideas into your mind instead of giving you the time to figure out your own brain and figure out what's going on with yourself and within your mind. Child, you are driving a BMW 1 Series. There's no need for you to be going on like that. Anyway, guided meditation. What I would say is, if you are new to meditation, rather than going down the guided meditation route, I would say to practice deep breathing. So for the first 3 to 5 minutes of your meditation, practice breathing in for 3, 2, 1 and breathing out for another 3 seconds. Doing that, obviously to begin with, you'll be like, oh my God, my breathing is weird. But as time goes on, it will help to kind of calm down your mind and your body and just keep your focus on keeping calm. You don't have to clear your mind when you're meditating, but what you want to do is try to keep calm. A lot of things will come up. If you're going through tumultuous times, or you had tumultuous times, as we all have, those things might come up. And it's about how you can regulate yourself and your breathing to become comfortable within that space and explore it within your mind. Meditation is great for helping you find solutions. There's plenty of times and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what the next step is. And I had to sit down and meditate and just allow the solutions to come to me. Because as I said earlier, we're dealing with so much in the day-to-day, in our lives, every day. A lot of things are going on and we often don't have the time to sit down and figure out solutions. We can be in this constant state of panic. And meditation gives you the opportunity and time to figure your shit out, to give you the power, to take back your power to figure out your own life. So those are some of the benefits of meditation. As I said, the best way to do it is to practice breathing exercises to begin with, and then let your mind go it wants to. There's a lot of preconceived notions that with meditation, you have to clear your mind, and nobody can clear their mind. It's not possible. We're human beings. Our brains are always firing, and we're grateful for that. So what you just want to do is to keep calm. If you want to focus on something during your meditation, that's also fine. If there's a particular thing you want to focus on that. If you're visualizing, visualize, perfect. But if you don't know how to meditate, breathing is the way to go. After this video, Try to figure out a time that's the best meditation time for you and try and stick to that for at least 2 weeks. If you do it for 2 weeks, it will become a part of your routine and then it won't be as hard. If you find that you don't have enough time to do your meditation, then definitely I would say to just give yourself 5 minutes to do it initially, and then after that, expand the time. You want to do I would say you want to get to at least meditating for at least 15 minutes a day, but start off easy on yourself. Don't be too harsh and work your way up. And to me, it's just so important. And all of us need to take it seriously, particularly if we're trying to change our lives. Meditation is just as important for your body as eating is. You feed your body with food throughout the day. You need to feed your mind and give it time to be still, just so it can put things together and regulate itself. So that's a quick one. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you've made it this far, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out.